Hello, this is Matt965 Lego, and today I've got another Lego City update. So, just before I get into the update, I wanted to say sorry for not uploading in forever. I've just been super busy recently, and just also haven't been super inspired. But starting now, I should get a ton of new videos out. I've got this city update. I should have a second one about the other half of the city over there at some point. Unless I end up doing it in this video, just depending on how long it is. I have this little news van that I kind of want to make a video about. So yeah, I think I might have a few other things. I think I'm going to do something with my police station, given the new modular, which seems super cool. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So starting at this side, you can see my residential, as you probably noticed, my residential district is completely gone. And I've just replaced it with some roads. I pushed this over a bit, so I could have a third modular and have all three of my emergency services right in a line, which I think looks really nice. Though I might switch that up once again once I get the police station modular. But that probably won't be for a while. Probably get it around the summertime, depending on what I feel like doing. So yeah, over here, there's now just a straight road instead of that weird kind of zigzag that was here before. And I think that looks way better. I still do have the soccer field here. I might change this up just because it takes up a ton of space. I might move it over there, change up how my water is, or my water feature, I guess, is, just so I can have a little bit more space, because I could have a whole row of modulars here if I wanted to. Well, obviously not here. That would have to be something different on the ends. But yeah, so I might do something with this eventually, but right now it's just going to stay here. And you can see where I used to have all the houses, I now have a larger, kind of nicer looking area for the soccer field, which I think looks really cool. It just turned out really well. I've also got a construction site here. I just wanted to put the construction site set up somewhere, and this was an open spot. So I think it looks pretty good. And I also like how the train goes through it. I'll show you that later. But just because it adds a little bit of depth, I think, instead of just having the train line being on the edge. And I kind of want to do something else like that. Like, also you can see it again in the train station. It goes over the railroad. So, next you can see the police, fire, and hospital are all on the line here, like I said. So nothing really new with that. We've got the Lego store and the museum. I can't remember whether or not they were here last time, but they're here. There's also this fireman statue that I just put outside the fire station. That wall kind of seemed blank, so I stuck it there. And I'm going to tile off these as soon as I can. I just need to get the parts. So moving along, actually let's go this way. You can see this area is still a parking area for the police and just kind of extra city amenity vehicles, I guess. But now I've added a park, and I know it's kind of morbid, but a graveyard right next to the hospital. It wasn't really trying to make any sense with the graveyard. I just thought it looked nice because it's kind of got the 3 tiers here. Though it is kind of weird that I have a graveyard right next to the hospital, so I might switch that up. But I think the park looks really nice. I just got to do something with the graveyard so it's not sitting right next to a hospital. I also added the pizza truck here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. Just especially, like I said, with the 3 tiers, kind of just looks good. Moving along to here, I still have this alleyway and this road. Nothing's changed really. And here's a better view of my row of modulars. That slipped a little. Moving along to here, I bought some new road plates, and I added these in just to make this whole area look way better, and I think it looks awesome like this. Just kind of like a back alley, I think it turned out really well. I might add some kind of building right here behind the diner, but right now it's just kind of a parking spot. I think it looks pretty nice. So this area is kind of like, I guess, a more sketchy car repair and kind of car customization area, or shop, I guess. So you can see they've got the jack, and that's just from the car dealership. There's just a crane here and a bunch of spare hubcaps. So they'd be like customizing people's cars, making them loud, I guess, or make them go faster. You can see this is from one of the Speed Champion sets. And then we've got the motor for the hot rod, also from Speed Champion set. And you've got just a few of the kind of smaller businesses that I have. And they're just in the row here because I thought that looked nice. Kind of a little sketchier area, but I think it still looks good. And then there's still this mess of wires here for the corner garage. I might wire that under here and have it set up just because it's kind of messy, like I said. But over here looks way better now because I moved the shipping area to right next to there, and I'll talk about that in a second. But basically that means there's not shipping stuff here, so this looks more like an actual open road. And I just think that looks really nice. And then on the side there's just the train tracks and the water. And overall I just think that looks really cool, and I think it turned out super well. What was I going to say? But yeah, I think this looks really good with the full road here going all the way back. And it just looks way cleaner. And that's something I've been looking for in my city. So here's just another view of this as I move along. And here's a view straight down the main road. Alright, so moving over to the brick bank, there's just some police officers on top, and then the helicopter. I need to mount up on some clear bricks, but I just have it sitting there for now. Down here, the train's pretty much all the same with the train station. But then I bought a second 48x48 base plate. It's actually kind of funny because this is super old, like at least 5 years old. So you can see there's a noticeable color discoloration. So I'm gonna probably have to clean that at some point. But I think the parking area looks super good, especially compared to what it used to look like. So instead of having that plated over road plate, or curve plate, I now have the gray plate here, which I just, once again, think looks way better. And it's got also these little pylons here, just because I thought that's something that a real city would have, is kind of that to separate the parking area and the walking area. And I think it just makes it look way cleaner, way nicer. They've got the yellow on top just to kind of show they're there, I guess. Which makes them look just really good, in my opinion. And then, once again, there's still considerable amount of parking. So a lot of the space that went away was from the square here. But I don't think it really needed to be as big as it was. And I think it still looks pretty busy, pretty packed, but not bad. So you can see there's a hot dog guy, or hot dog vendor, bus stop, and the train station, and the big statue in the center. Oh, and the coffee shop. So I think those were the main things that I wanted to have, and the singer there. And I fit them all in pretty nicely. It looks super packed, which I think I like. I might want to add a few more people here just to make it more even. Kind of go into the bus stop. But, yeah, we've got more space here where we've got the bus stop, and we've also got an area for a taxi to park. And I think that also looks really nice because kind of it's outside of a big train station, and I haven't really been to many big train stations, but like airports that I've been to, it has a pretty large area on the outside where there's taxis and buses all pulling up to take people to rental car spots or whatever, or into the city. And I think that I kind of pulled that off pretty nicely with the spare parking area for, once again, taxis and buses. And then the parking lot, it's pretty similar. I've got smaller spots over here for my 4-wide cars, and then some wider ones for vans and Speed Champion cars, and then this one car that I forgot to move. Sorry, this is 5-wide, not 4-wide. So moving over here, you can see that the beach area is just completely gone. And I decided, once again, that it would go better with my residential district that I'll talk about in another video, seeing as this one's starting to get kind of long. But you can see the crane I've just scooted down all the way. and I moved it more inland, so that because the boat area really doesn't need to be that wide, or as wide as it was, which adds area for storing containers, which I thought was something really cool. And there's just some police talking to the guard here. And then there's a nice little fence line over here, which minifigure could still walk through, but I think it looks better than not having it, because it kind of stops cars from just driving over. I know there's yellow bricks holding this up, but I don't have any green bricks on hand right now because of Kashyyyk. So I'm going to have to get those back and, prop it up. And I think I want to make it higher as well, so that you can actually carry a container over the train, because if the train's here, then it's really high and you can't get a container past. So I want it to be even higher than this, so that I can actually move containers over and stack them too tall and also be able to move over that. And then over here we've just got the guard post defending the city. And I kind of had this little gap here, which I think actually turned out pretty well, because it means I can actually drop the anchor down underneath. And I added some more chains onto that just so it could do that. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.